Welcome to Spoken Love Podcast, where words don't just tell stories, they breathe them. Here we strip love and life down to the bone, unfolding our truths in rhythm and rhyme, through dialogue that's part poetry, part confession, and all real. So lean in, let the silence between the verses speak, and join me for a conversation wrapped in poetry. This is Spoken Love Podcast. We are kicking off season 2, y'all. And we're doing something very different this time, something much deeper. This season is all about storytelling and poetry, where love isn't just described, it's felt. I'll be reciting chapters from a short story I wrote, pieces of my own journey stitched into fictional hearts. It's love, life, and becoming, all woven together. You'll hear the sweetness, the longing, the mistakes, the lessons, the things we rarely say out loud. And as each chapter unfolds, you'll find yourself leaning in, eager to know what happens next. Because this isn't just a story, it's a reflection of how we love, how we lose, and how we learn to choose ourselves again. Riveting, tender, honest. Welcome to Season 2. Chapter 6, Test of the Heart. 5 weeks later, what started as coffee and cautious smiles had unfolded into rhythm. Sunday brunches, Wednesday phone calls, Saturday park walks with Naomi, prayers whispered separately, but about the same future. Bri felt it, not infatuation, alignment. At 40, butterflies come with wisdom, but where alignment exists, testing follows. Co-parenting static. Tuesday evening, Bri sat at her dining table reviewing client proposals when her phone buzzed. It was Daniel, her ex. Heard you've been seeing someone. We need to talk. She stared at the screen. Here it comes. She typed, about Naomi's schedule or my personal life. Daniel responded, our daughter doesn't need random men around her. Bri inhaled slowly, grounding herself. Nothing random about intention. And we agreed, respect each other's private lives. 3 dots across the screen. Then nothing. Her chest tightened, not from fear, from frustration. She prayed under her breath. Lord, guard my tone. Not everyone deserves my reaction. Naomi's curiosity. Later that night, Naomi plopped onto Bri's bed, legs swinging. Is Chase coming this weekend? Bri tucked the lock behind her ear. Why? You like him? Naomi grinned shyly. He listens. Most grown-ups talk at me. He talks to me. Bri's heart swelled. And he asked me what my favorite color meant. Naomi added thoughtfully. Nobody ever asks that. Bri smiled. He's intentional. Naomi nodded. He's gentle. Simple words, heavy meaning. Girls' night, interruption. Friday, Bri finally indulged in a pamper night with Tasha. Face mask, wine, soft R&B raining through speakers. Her phone buzzed again. It was Daniel. I don't want him playing stepdaddy. Bri's jaw tightened. Tasha peeked. Girl, block. Ministry is free. I'll tithe for you. They laughed, but Bri's spirit stirred. Her ex still had unhealed roots, and unhealed roots screamed control. She texted back, I won't dignify disrespect. When you're ready to discuss co-parenting respectfully, give me a call. She hit send. The boundaries were set. Saturday, the introductions. Sun filtered through tall park trees as Chase met them at Prospect Park with a brown bag of brunch. Chef Chase in the building, he joked. Naomi giggled. Did you cook it? Absolutely not, he grinned, but I tipped like I did. They sat atop a blanket. Eating a cinnamon waffles and fruit bowls, Naomi asked Chase about technology, school, life. He answered every question like it mattered. Then she asked, do you like my mom? Bri froze mid-sip. Chase didn't flinch. He turned to Naomi gently. Yes, a lot. And I respect her. And I respect you. Naomi nodded like a board member approving a merger. Acceptable. Bri's heart fluttered. After the picnic, when Naomi ran to the swings, Bri and Chase walked side by side. She's incredible, Chase said softly. Bri exhaled. She's my greatest lesson. And your greatest legacy, he added. Bri smiled, eyes glistening. Suddenly her phone buzzed. Daniel. Again. Chase noticed the tension ripple across her face. You okay? Bri sighed. My ex is struggling with boundaries. Chase nodded, calm, not intrusive. If this is too complicated, Bri pressed 2 fingers to his lips. Complication reveals character, not escape routes. His eyes softened. You're not running? She shook her head. I'm not running. The shadows at the gate. Hours later, Chase walked them home. As they approached the brownstone steps, a figure leaned against the fence. It was Daniel, arms crossed, jaw ticking. Bri's chest tightened. Naomi whispered, "Uh-oh, Mommy." Bri walked forward, chin lifted. Daniel, this is the time. Daniel's eyes flicked to Chase. So this is the guy? Got you smiling like you're 16 again? Chase stepped forward, slow, controlled. Good afternoon, he offered respectfully. Daniel scoffed. Stay out of this. Chase didn't pout, didn't puff. He simply stood present. Bri held up a hand. Daniel, we talked about Naomi, not my dating life. He pointed at Chase. She don't need you. Chase's voice stayed steady. She has a mother, a father. I'm here to support, not replace. Daniel faltered, ego exposed. Naomi tugs Bri's hand. Mom. Bri inhaled with her eyes closed. Lord, let my response be healing, not hurt. She opened her eyes. Daniel, if you're struggling, get support, but we will not do chaos in front of our child. Then there was silence. Daniel looked away, guilt flickering. I don't want to be replaced, he muttered. Bri's voice softened. You're her father. That doesn't change. But I'm allowed to heal too. Daniel swallowed. Emotion cracked his armor. He turned and walked away. No shouting, no theatrics, just truth. After the storm, Chase watched him leave, then looked at Bri. You handled that with grace. Bri exhaled shakily. Healing taught me ego only wins when you feed it. He studied her, admiration heavy. You're remarkable, he said quietly. And you're present, she replied. Her eyes flicked to his lips, then back to safety. His hand slid gently along her back, warmth traveling in small waves. The kiss heard by heaven. No rush, no performance, just alignment. Chase whispered, Are we ready? Bri smiled softly. We've been ready. Their lips met, slow, intentional, like scripture written in breath. No fireworks, just certainty. The kind of kiss that feels familiar to the soul. And when they pulled back, foreheads pressed, he whispered, Worth the wait. And she whispered back, Worth the growth. Later, pillow thoughts. That night, Bri journaled, Lord, protect my peace, guard my daughter's heart, bless what's aligned, remove what's assignment but no longer purpose. Across town, Chase lay awake staring at the ceiling. He whispered, If she's mine, let me lead in love, not pride. In Naomi's room, Naomi stayed at the ceiling, grinning. I think Mommy found someone who speaks her heart language, she whispered to her stuffed bear. Spiritual winds shift. Somewhere unseen, on the edge of destiny's paper, the plot thickened. Love had re-entered the chat, healed, articulate, and accountable. But tests would sharpen them, because every blessing comes with a lesson, and every union faces resistance. In Chapter 6 of When Heaven Waited, love gets tested in real time. Bri and Chase finally settle into a rhythm, meaningful dates, growing closeness, and a bond of forming not just in between them, but between Chase and Naomi. But peace is rarely uninterrupted. This chapter shows how external forces can shake even the strongest intentions. Bri's ex, Daniel, resurfaces with insecurity and jealousy, challenging the boundaries she fought hard to build. Meanwhile, Chase responds not with ego, but with patience and emotional maturity, proving that he is not a threat to the family dynamic, but a steadying force within it. The chapter is about conflict without chaos, love under pressure, and grace in the face of old wounds. Through tension confrontations, honest conversations, and a moment where Chase chooses character over competition, Bri sees something she's never experienced in a relationship, a man who stands firm without standing in the way. And when the chapter closes with their first real kiss, slow, intentional, sacred, it becomes clear that this isn't just romance, it's alignment. Chapter 6 reminds us that divine love is tested, not broken, by life's storms. It is the kind of love that remains steady when old shadows return and grow stronger because of it. And just like that, another chapter closes. But the story of love and life never really ends. If these words moved you, share them, carry them, live them out loud. Follow Spoken Love Podcast wherever you listen, and meet me here again, where the dialogue stays candid and the poetry stays alive.